Hello, how are you guys?
Doing great. Great.
Awesome.
I'm feeling great.
It's so great for us to get a chance to do a show together, Dr. Tanya. I look forward to how this goes. Today we have on Dr. Carolyn Stevens.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited about being here on tonight.
We're excited to have you. We're excited because you are throwing an amazing event that's going to change lives.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. And I'm super excited because you two awesome queens are a big part of it. So we're excited.
Awesome. So tell us what's going on.
All right. So where do I begin? Okay. So, well, first of all, for those of you viewing that may not know me, I am Dr. Carolyn Stevens. I am the visionary of the I Am a Black Woman, I Am a Black Man book series and movement. And so we are having an event in November, November the 8th and the 9th, which you cannot miss. Okay. And we are having what is called the next level builders, business builders. And so, what we have done is a collection of all of the beautiful queens who are business owners that I have had the pleasure of working with over the past year. I have brought all of these beautiful women together, and we are going to present to the world how we can help all of you that are watching help you get to your next level in your business. One, so you can finish strong in 21, and so you can go into 2022 with a bang.
That is amazing. That is very, very amazing.
Yes,
So,
it is.
what, tell me, what made you do this?
Well, so most people know that I am a clinical therapist by trade. And then I created a book called I Am a Black Woman. I felt that in conjunction with Black women having therapy, they also needed to have a voice to be able to tell their stories in the way that they wanted to tell it. Because oftentimes our stories are told by other people who don't ever get our story right. So I created a platform called I Am a Black Woman, and there were 13 beautiful women from all across the country that came together and we did a book together. But something happened, Precious, that in the midst of us doing the book project, we created a sisterhood, and other people started watching all 13 of us, and it just caught on. And so everybody started saying it was a movement. And then we felt like to bring a balance to it and to bring healing to the community, we added in the men. And so we then published a book called I Am a Black Man, Ascension of the Kings. And so there we
Awesome.
have it. That in itself is the whole movement. And so now we are moving into what we call I Am a Black Woman, the next level, which is a collection of women in their businesses and in their lives who have gone to the next level. But the beautiful thing about this, Dr. Tanya and Precious, is that not only are we talking about going to our next level, but now we are helping other Black women get to their next level.
That is amazing. It's very important that we set the pace that to whom much is given, much is required. So, for the levels that we've made it through, for the obstacles we made it over, we should give something back. So,
Absolutely.
I'm so excited.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. This is by far, I'm going to say, the most profound part of the movement that I am experiencing. And there's a number of reasons why. And I have to give credit where credit is due because in my head, I knew the reasons, but due to Dr. Tanya's genius, she is pulling it out of me to put it on paper. And so she asked me to tell the world what are the 7 reasons or what are the 7 initiatives of this particular platform, I Am a Black Woman, the next level, the business builder. So, in short, I'll give those 7 initiatives and what you can expect from this project. Number one is to raise the level and value of what I call Black Girl Bank. Anybody that has studied statistics, we know that the net worth of the Black woman, sadly to say, is extremely low, somewhere between $5 and $100. And so it is my theory, it is my thought, it is my hope and aspiration that as we pull together as Black women, that collectively we raise our net worth together. And that's what I call Black Girl Bank. Secondly, this platform is to provide Black women in business with the financial, spiritual, physical, mental support that they need in order to go to the next level. Because oftentimes, as leaders, we're so busy leading people that we oftentimes don't get the support that we need. The
Mhm.
third thing is to provide these women in business with a safe environment to be able to build their dreams and their visions. And so we have created amongst ourselves a safe environment where we don't have to feel intimidated. We can be authentic. We can even be vulnerable as we're building our empires, is what I like to call it, so that we are going to the next level together. The other thing is to eradicate the ideology or the pathology that Black women don't work together. We are going to prove that that is not true. We know it's not
Come on
true, but
now.
we're going to prove that indeed that Black women do work together. And when we do, it is a powerful, powerful thing. The fifth thing is to provide the world with a powerful demonstration. In other words, we're not going to just be talking about it, but as we say, we're going to be about it. We're going to demonstrate the power of Black girl power. The sixth thing is to provide all our sisters, regardless of their socioeconomic status, we're going to provide them with the tools that they need in order to go to the next level. And I have to say here, that is the most powerful piece of this particular project, because
Yeah.
oftentimes when we have succeeded, when we have gone to our next level, especially financially, we forget about those sisters, the sisters that are trying to make it, the sisters that are struggling, the sisters that don't have the tools and the resources that they need. And we go on about our way and we say, you just make it the best way that you can. And see, I don't know about you gals, but I was that sister that didn't have the money for websites and all kinds of other things. I had the talent, I had the know-how, but because I didn't have the money, I didn't have the visibility, and because I didn't have the status, nobody would help me. And so one of the things and the most powerful thing that we're going to do with this platform is we're going to reach back. We're going to pay it forward. We're going to reach out to the queen that wants to do something but feels that she can't do something. And so this isn't just for us to reach out to what we call, quote unquote, the bossed up ladies, but these are for the sisters that are bossed up on the inside and they just need a hand up. They need some other sisters that are out here doing it to say, hey, we can't go any further unless you go further. And I'll say in the words of Harriet Tubman, none of us are free until all of us are free. And so for me, this is the most powerful piece of this project. And lastly, the seventh thing is that we're going to prove to the world that you can't shut us down, you can't shut us out, that as a community, regardless of whatever has been done to us over the last 450
Come
years,
on now.
we are relentless, we are resilient, and we're still coming back strong, stronger than ever. And we're going to finish this year out strong, and we're going to do it together. So those are the seven ideologies and the seven pillars of the I Am a Black Woman, the Next Level Business Builder platform.
Awesome. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing. And I'm ready. And
all
I'm
I
Yeah.
can
ready.
say is, how do I sign up?
And that's what everybody needs to say. And forgive me, Precious and Tanya, I forgot the last pillar, but it's the most important pillar. And that is so that we as Black women can demonstrate the power of God, regardless of whatever it is that you believe spiritually. But if
Mm.
you believe that there is something higher than yourself, we are going to together demonstrate the power of God that tells us that together we are better. And according to Acts in the second chapter, when they all came on one accord, and I'm going to tell you, world, we are all on one accord. And I
Yeah.
believe because we're all on one accord, we have put back all the ideologies, the toxic mindsets, all the isms and the schisms, and we have decided that we're going to come together and we're going to work. And I do believe that this is going to be a worldwide movement because the power of God is going to demonstrate himself through these awesome women.
Amen.
Amen to that. It
Yes,
is
it
so.
is so.
It is so.
Yes, it is.
Well, we're going to go on to the good stuff.
Yes.
I think your first trainer that we're going to present is Dr. Tony Winston. Let me bring Tony to the stage.
All right.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
How's everybody?
Amazing. And you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. As Miss Swain said, I am Tony Winston, and I am the CEO of Queen Dynasty, which is a online network platform where I launched under BHC Media. My goal is to help women who are like me, who were afraid, okay, lacked confidence in their ability, didn't realize that they were enough and that God had already equipped us with what we needed. And all we need to do is sit down, be still, and let God lead us so that we can help other women. That is my goal. Travel is my passion. I've always wanted to travel since I was a little girl, 9 years old. But I have learned that there are so many aspects to travel. And I am researching and learning all of those so that those women who want to travel and those women who want to produce their own show and be a show owner on my network, Queen Dynasty, can get out there and market themselves to 32 billion people around the world. And you can travel it as well. And I love it. I love it. This platform that Dr. Carolyn has created has been a godsend. And I am so grateful that she asked me to be a part of it. I have been searching and praying for an opportunity to help women who look like me. There are opportunities out there. And just like it was said earlier, we have to help each other. And that is something that has been a bad pill, so to speak, in our community. But this is a perfect opportunity for us to show the world that we can work together, support each other, encourage each other so that everybody wins and shows the world that Black women are not angry, but we are who we are. And we are the women who started this world. Let's face it, we are the mothers of this earth, and we need to act like it. We need to take the responsibility and pull up another sister who may be struggling, like I was struggling. And sometimes I still do struggle with confidence and trusting, believing, and having the faith that God would not leave me. And it has been a beautiful experience. Oh, it's been some hard days. It really has. But God has pushed me, along with Dr. Carolyn and some of the other ladies on the platform, to just say, keep going, sis. That's what we need to be saying to each other. Keep going. Come on, let's go. Let's go together and make this thing work for everybody and share in it. It's not all about money, guys. I've had to just sit back and look at what God has provided. And most of the time, it has not been money. I'm so sorry. It has not been money. It has been, as Dr. Carolyn stated, the knowledge, the support, the encouragement, and someone showing me the way in some cases. And I'm eternally grateful. No one can ever take that from me. No one. And I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you.
That's amazing. Can you tell us what your class specifically will be about?
Well, I am looking at showing the ladies if they want to learn how to travel, to earn time, time, and financial freedom. But I also want to share some little expertise, some things that helped me. I paid off a lot of debt with my business. So I want to let people know it's not all about the shine and that it's buying expensive things and with name brands. We all like that kind of stuff. But we've got to, as Dr. Carolyn said, we've got to raise our bank. $5, $100 in savings, guys. And we are the largest consumer in the world. Everybody, they market to African American men, women, and children. If you're not paying attention to the commercials, look at them. And we need to learn some things, some tips that will keep us out of trouble. And I wrote these tips down when I was going through my little challenges with funds. And God has brought me out. And I want to share that with the ladies as well. So it's kind of like a combo. You know, we travel, but we're going to learn how to save money when we travel, but we're also going to look at our financial piece as well. Because it's
Awesome.
very, very important.
Yes. Dr. Tanya, did you have any questions?
Tony, I'm so excited to be a part of this awesome group with you, with Dr. Carolyn, and also with Precious and all the other elite ladies that's going to be coming on next. And when I was listening to you talk, I remember our first interaction. You talked about how you could teach me how to travel and earn money at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
and
yes,
and
ma'am.
so you will definitely be doing that during your, that's one of the things you're going to be doing definitely during your coursework.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
what I wanted to know. Okay, yes, it has forever changed my life.
And it's really
I'm excited.
funny where we look at our vacations. I can't tell you how many African American people who work for others to help other people with their dreams, and we leave so many of our vacation hours on the table. December 31st, by far, is one of the most dreaded days of the work environment because most jobs now will only allow you to carry over 40 hours. And some people have had their hand, as my father says, on the plow for someone else and look up and they can't take their time. So they lose it. They give it back to the company. Guys, we've got to stop that. We deserve to take our vacation. I'm not telling anyone to quit their job. I'm saying you've got to take time off. Dr. Carolyn has said to me so many times because she knows that our mental health is just as important as our physical health. We need that time away so that we can breathe some different air, as one of my friends like to call it. Get out of wherever you are to breathe some different air. Look at the horizon that God has created all over this world. Because my goal is to touch each continent before I die. God has created this beautiful world. You can walk in your backyard and look at the trees that are now changing colors in the fall time and know how amazing God is. So just think about how that looks in another world. But also, too, the endorphins that you feel when you're excited about going to that place you've never been before, or you've been there before and some exciting things happen to you and you just want to make it happen again. That's what I like about the travel business. But I also like the fact that we always traveled as consumers. No one really taught us how to travel like merchants. So I have a couple of ideas that I can share with you guys that doesn't cost anybody any money, but it can save you some.
That is awesome. We thank you so much for taking the time to come on and to help us to promote this amazing event. You are always a ray of sunshine and a wealth of information. And we look forward to how all of this turns out. I have an expected end for this.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
it isn't even my event, but I just have an expected end
Mhm.
for this that will be great, not just for us, but for the community as a whole. I thank you so much, Tony. And
Thank you.
now we will bring on Miss Cherie. Hello. How are you?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
How are you?
I am great. I am great. I am so excited about this collaboration. I tell you, since meeting you ladies, it's been let's do this. You know, let's do this.
So tell us a little more about yourself, a little more about your business.
Sure. My name is Cherie Allison Casey, and I am known as the Resilience Coach. I help women move past bad and narcissistic relationships so that they can get to their next level, Dr. Carolyn. And my inspiration for this came because I work in the mental health field and I see a lot of women who have these fantastic gifts, but they don't know how to level up. They don't know how to get started. And I too was one of those women until I started venturing out on the internet, seeing what was out there. And then once the pandemic came and I saw things that were going on, I was like, wait a minute, I want to do that too. You know, let me learn, let me see what's going on and let me learn that. And to the point where, you know, I've always been a person who worked 2 and 3 jobs. And I'm like, why can't I do what I love? You know, I always had a dream of writing and, you know, just doing different things. Why can't I do that? And so, with that being said, there's so many women out there. And when you're stuck in a bad place, everything's bad. You tend to catastrophize everything. And it's like, I'll never do that. You know, your mindset is shifted. You just become paralyzed and you can't do anything. And so I want to be able to change that shift. And I agree wholeheartedly with Dr. Carolyn. A lot of people, let's keep it real, a lot of people can't pay $3,000 off the bat for a coach. And they're like, well, you know, I can't do that. And then they're stuck and they still feel stuck. And then we're not helping the economy. We're definitely not helping the people of God and helping to put money in their pocket. So what we need to do is come together and, you know, do what we need to do.
That is awesome. Now, can you tell us what your class is going to be about?
My class will be learning the tools of resilience, learning what those tools are, learning to identify where you are first and then apply the tools to each aspect of your life, because it's only through learning those tools. And you know, I had to go through this transformation myself, and it's an eye opener, because a lot of times I met with a client today and they said that they had become aware that they had been a doormat for everybody. They haven't been able to say no. They hadn't been able to set boundaries. And those are the things that we need to look at before we can move forward. Because once you get in that business mode, you have to have a tough mindset. You can't just be a wimp and go into business, you know, because there's so many aspects that come with it. You know, everybody's not going to be your client. So we can't boo hoo because I can't, you know, work with you. So, you know, so with that being said, that's what I want to teach. I want them to get some substance on that you can do this and reach back into your resilience bag of tricks and pull it forward. Because if you made it through them lights getting cut off before, you can make it to the next level this time. And you can make it this time and go all the way forward and make it through and get your breakthrough and start your business and get that bag like Dr. Tanya says.
And what's really interesting about this SC, is it okay if I call you SC? Because I remember you as SC.
Essay.
SA. What's really interesting about what you're talking about is that, and as you were talking, I was thinking about the steps to be opening up a small business.
Mhm.
And a lot of people think that it starts at you going through the Secretary of State, you know, and paying the money. But if anybody is listening, listen to this. Small business development starts right with where SA is, where Cherie is. You have got to get your mindset right before you're able to go forward. So I love what you're doing, Cherie. I really, really love what you're doing, because what you're doing in your course is you're taking that blockage away that will stop me. All those limiting beliefs, anything that I have going on that's got me stuck or got me thinking at a certain pattern that's refusing to allow me to go forward. You're the trainer for that. So thank you for sharing that, Cherie.
Thank you for thank Dr. Carolyn for even coming with such a forum, because there's so many women that definitely need this. They need this, and for such a time as this.
Most definitely. Well, we thank you so much for taking the time to come on with us. We thank you for everything that you bring to the table. We look forward to working with you and having an amazing outcome. Next, I will bring to the stage Miss LJ Thomas.
Hi,
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait to get started.
So tell us a little about yourself. Tell us about your business.
Okay, I'm LJ Thomas. I'm going to be doing my publicity business. I'm basically going to be helping people learn how to get publicity. I started the business this year, as a matter of fact, after realizing that I have been working as a publicist for quite some time, for decades actually. And after doing some research, I realized that that's what I like, and then formally started the business. So that business has been in operation for just about a year, but I've been doing it for about 20 years.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, do you have any questions, Tanya, before I ask?
Yeah, yes, I do. LJ, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be a part of this platform that Dr. Carolyn has. She's such a great visionary, to be honest with you guys. So when you talk about publicity and what you're going to be doing, will you be teaching people how to do it, or tell us a little bit more about your course
I
or your
will,
training?
I will be teaching people how to do it, as a matter of fact, because as we have alluded to, it's when when we're helping others, it's oftentimes an issue that there is a lack of financial stability. So for that reason, I'm not going to focus on the things that cost money as far as publicity is concerned. I'm going to focus on the things that can be done that are free or low cost. There are some things that can be done that you don't have to break the bank for. Anybody can hire a publicist and pay $3,000 a month for that service. But there are some other things that can be done to help garner publicity and to help get you noticed. Because once you get noticed for you, your business, your book, your product, your cause, for whatever it is, all of that drives traffic. And of course, that driving the traffic grows your business. And that's essentially what we want to do. Um, that's my way of helping people, because it wasn't done for me. I had no idea of what I was doing, and I ended up spending a tremendous amount of money, not necessarily getting what it was that I needed or achieving the thing that I was trying to achieve, but I made other people a lot of money. And now I know that there's another way. You'll get to that point where you do have to spend some money, but when you're starting out, there's some low cost things that can be done, and that's what I want to focus on for the ladies who are going to be seeing this.
Awesome. I love it.
Awesome. I did
Yeah.
too. And that was the exact question I was going to ask. So, um, but that is really good. It's something that's needed. It's
Yeah.
something that most often people don't teach because they want to be able to generate that income. So I'm very glad to see that that is something that you are willing to give to these people that need it so desperately.
Well, thank
Because one of the Hmm?
I appreciate that because if you can't get some traction, as they say, in the market to get noticed, you're not going to be in business to be able to pay somebody to do something for you later. So you gotta start somewhere. You gotta crawl and then walk and then run and all that stuff. You gotta start somewhere. And so I feel like this is a good foundation for people to build
Okay. Well, that is amazing. I'm very excited. I'm going to be tuning in
up.
and because I might need a few tips. Um, but I'm just very excited that we're all working together as a team
Me
to
too.
make a difference. This is going to be very good. And I encourage those of you who are watching, if you have wanted a business and just didn't know where to start, if you have a business and don't feel like it's growing, if you just want to know, just to know, please, 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 at the end of this episode, Dr. Curlin will tell you how to register. Tune in, get the information. The information, for the most part, is free. Come in while someone is available to give it to you. I thank you so much, LJ.
You're welcome.
I, I just thank you and look forward to having you on the show again. And
Thank
I will now bring Miss Alethea to the stage.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here tonight, and I'm very happy to be a part of such an awesome collaboration. Some things that are really needed amongst women, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Yes, we're all happy to just be together in this. Tell us a little more about you. Tell us about your business.
Sure. So my business is Jolie's Enterprises, and I work with women that I call risers, who are risers, women 45 plus, who, we're in that second prime and we're looking to make the absolute best of our lives. So it's the women who are willing to do the work that's needed to get them to the place that they want to be in life. So, I work with women on things like courage and confidence and determination. I take a holistic approach to things. So I work with women, first of all, to make sure that they're at the place that they need to be to advance. So, like I said, that means we've got to get rid of limiting beliefs. We've got to work on, procrastination if that's a problem. We've got to work on all the things that may have been holding us back up until this point. And so I work from there. I have a background in human resources, so I'm a certified career coach as well as a life coach. So I usually work from the inside out and make sure that women understand who they are first and
Okay,
that they bring value, and we work from there.
that is awesome. That is awesome. So now for this situation, what are you going to be
Uh-huh.
teaching?
So for this situation, I'm going to focus on, again, that holistic approach. We're going to look at the Finally Me program that I have. So what we're going to do there is, again, make sure women understand that they matter. Look at lifestyle choices and planning with purpose. We'll look at that. We talk about purpose a whole lot. Some people may say, I really don't know what my purpose is. And, what am I supposed to do in that arena? We look at stuff like that in this program. And then we talk about how to master change. I talk about reinventing in the second piece of life here in the prime. So, how do you go about reinventing? So, we talk about that. And then we talk about the superpower that women have. We all have our unique something. That's our superpower that we can use to excel for ourselves and in what we offer the world. So, we'll talk about that. And then finally, in that program, we talk about being me, the
Come
importance
on.
of being authentic and confident in who you are and knowing that you bring value just where you are. So
That
that's what I'm going to do.
now that is awesome. That I look forward to just seeing people grow from, because that is an
Good.
issue. It is an issue. In my
Yeah.
and I was blessed to be very secure in who I am from a young
Mm.
age. But
Mhm.
my background is a little different. When it's my turn, I'll explain it a little bit. So, but I see other women in this age group when people think we have it all together by the time we get
Yes.
here. And a lot of times we're still just as lost as we were in our 20s. So
Absolutely.
I am very, very excited to see you
Good.
work that thing out.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to be able to do it. I say I'm an open book. Chances are, if I'm talking about it, it's something I've been through too. So I like to be able to give back and help women, get to what I had to work towards. Now that I've got it worked out, I want to help other people too.
But that's the best way to do it, because
Mm-hmm.
book knowledge is amazing. I've been to school
Yes.
for several things. But experience, if you have the book knowledge without the experience, you can't really make an impact because it's
Yes.
all by the book and it's not really real. But when you have
Right.
that experience with that book work, that
Hmm.
experience brings a realness to it that makes
Yes.
people feel you.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
am excited. Tanya, do you have any questions for?
Well, not really a question, but really a statement. Every time I see you, Alethea,
Uh-huh.
I think of the fact that it's not too late.
That's
It
right.
is not too late.
It's not.
So I feel that everybody who think that it's too late, they need to hook up with
Hmm.
you, Alethea,
That's right.
so they
That's
can go
right.
through the process. So I'm
It's on.
excited.
Yes, it's only too late if you don't take action.
That's right.
Exactly. Come on.
Then
Come
it's
on.
too late because you didn't do anything.
Yes. So I'm
Exactly.
excited.
Absolutely. Good, good. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Well, I thank you so much for taking the time to come on, especially at such short notice.
That's
And I
all
look
right.
forward to how we all grow closer and reach the goal that Dr. Carolyn has set together to make changes in the communities around us. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you
Yes.
And
for
I,
having me.
oh, you're very welcome. And I'll now bring Dr. Gloria to the stage. Where is Dr. Gloria?
Whoa,
Hello.
hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, I am so excited. I am excited about this awesome movement and the visionary Dr. Carol Stevens and all that she's doing and pouring into us and just taking us to a totally different level out of our comfort zone. And I'm just excited, to have this type of unity and sisterhood is so long overdue. So I am ready. I am ready to serve my sisters.
That is great. Tell us a little more about your business.
I get to do something that I truly love. I provide supportive reentry housing for women, men and women, but my pet peeve really is the women. And I provide what I consider it's gender specific, trauma informed social services for women. And when you look at the criminal justice system, the disparity, the sentencing disparity, and the number of African American women of color that's incarcerated is really is the numbers are overwhelming. And realizing that the criminal justice system, the prisons, the jails, they were actually created for men and not women. And so being a female and having to be within the criminal justice system, it has been very, very, it's traumatic enough to be sentenced, but then to be in a male created institution, I'm talking in terms of simple things that women need. sanitary napkins, you know. Um, and so what I do is when women come, I teach them how to rewrite their narrative, trauma informed, because unfortunately women are usually victims long before they begin to self-medicate or before they get on the road of self-destruction. And so I teach them how to rewrite that narrative, how to take, we used to have this saying that my misery became my ministry. Well, what we do is faith-based, and so we began to look at these 5 domains that I work with. One, housing is number one, because it doesn't matter to me if you can return to the community, but if you don't have housing, then 9 times out of 10 women will reoffend, or they will end up victimized again because of a lack of stability. And so we work together to those situations that they've worked their way through really are entrepreneur skills. And so we work so that they can see that, you know what, I don't have to work for anyone else. I can work for myself. And from the smallest thing to the largest, because every woman, male alike, but every female that finds herself incarcerated is not a crack addict, is not, has not experienced human trafficking. But I've had some business women, unfortunately, to make some bad decisions or find themselves at the wrong place at the wrong time and lose it all. You don't lose your skill, but when you can rewrite your narrative and take what you know and redefine you and find yourself and reestablish yourself in the community, and then bring a sister along. And the other part of what we do is because, when there's legislation that needs to be addressed. There's one particularly called Not in My Backyard, and that is when a woman has been incarcerated. The community don't want her to return to her community. And so to change the mindset of the community, will take a legislative move so that women can come home, become reintegrated in the community. And wouldn't it just be great if they could become homeowners themselves? There's just so much. And then, it's about the women, mothers, preventing their daughters from making the same decision. So again, I work with 5 domains as a preventative measure for parents to prevent their daughters from becoming incarcerated, and then mothers who unfortunately find themselves in those situations and have to deal with policies, the state's policies, the criminal justice policies, so they can have their children returned to them.
Amazing. What will your class be about?
Well, a little of what we just talked about, and that is digging to the core of who you are and looking at what you consider to be a bad experience and redefining that to find what your purpose is. Because my population of women have so much to offer, but it's just peeling those layers, peeling that onion to get to what your real purpose is, regardless of what you've been through, because what you've been through does not define who God has called you to be. So we get to the core. We break down some barriers so that you can leave knowing a little more about what you've been purposed to do and to serve.
That is amazing. Dr. Tanya, did you have any questions?
First of all, thank you, Dr. Glory, for what you
Thank
do
you.
and what you do for your community as a whole. And so my question for you would be, is there a certain age limit that you work with normally, or is it 18 and above? Or because I know you mentioned some information about the younger people also. So you help parents also, and you help those. Okay.
Yes. Because again, statistically, the women that are incarcerated, at least 90% of them are mothers.
Okay.
And so you cannot address a mother without addressing her children and the family. And so for the housing, the age is 18 and above, but the services really not only does it address the mother, but it also addresses her family, her children.
Awesome.
We do
Awesome.
mothers and daughters, to break those generational issues of domestic violence and incest and, those social ills.
That
I
is
agree. That is amazing, isn't it, Precious? That is amazing. And we do have to remember that just because somebody may have, my daughter-in-law and daughter-in-law and I often joke with each other because we say that besides the children, she and I, the only two people that have never gone to jail that's in my family. I'm just going to be honest. Can't do nothing but just be honest. Sometimes people find themselves in situations where, at the wrong place at the wrong time, but sometimes you choose to be in situations where you shouldn't be.
Right.
It does not mean that person is not a good person. So I love what you're doing, Dr. Gloria, and I just, I look forward to joining your class.
Thank you. Thank you. Looking so forward to. There's so much information that needs to be shared pertaining to this particular topic. This subject definitely needs to be a community subject. So thank you. I'm excited. I am so excited. Thank you.
We are excited to be working with you. And I thank you so much for accepting the invitation and coming on.
Thank you.
I will now bring to the stage Dr. Barbara. Hello, how are you? Oh, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, yes, I am so honored and excited to be here on this phenomenal platform.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Tell us about your business and everything you have going on.
Yes, I am Dr. Barbara Whitehead. I'm the CEO of 3D Destiny Coaching Services. And I am excited to be here because I've been listening to everyone that has been speaking before me. And I tell you, I just want to be involved with everything everybody else is doing. It's like, can I be your student? Oh my goodness, because it is just an amazing, synergetic, energetic platform that is empowering people. I mean, just giving vision and giving purpose, amen, and activating us in places where we have been dormant because we were not in a supportive environment. So I am just so pleased at our awesome visionary, Dr. Carolyn. I mean, when you gave the 7 pillars, tears came to my eyes because I identified with everything that you said. And I thought to myself, now, if we are going to make me cry, I'm going to mess up my makeup. Yes, but I am the CEO of 3D Destiny Coaching Services. And this service is designed to activate women and to activate men, to activate people in general, to find that way to see your vision come to life. I so identify with people who feel stuck, who don't have the resources to do what they know is inside of them. I'm so empathetic towards individuals who are in a place of feeling like, is there anyone I can trust with the vision that I have in my heart? My goodness. We often feel so limited by our circumstances. And actually, the circumstances that we are in don't have to limit us. They can literally empower us because they will give us a different perspective to see the thing from. And so those of us who were not born with a silver spoon in our mouths, for those of us who were not surrounded by a whole group of people who were pouring into us positively, there is hope. And the 3D Destiny Coaching Services is designed to give hope. It's a 12-week program, and it's designed to literally bring us to a place of making destiny-driven decisions. It's all about our decisions. No matter where we are, what we have experienced, or what we are currently experiencing, we still have the power to make a decision. That is a part of our divine makeup, the ability to exert our will, to make a decision. And so when we determine that we will make destiny-driven decisions, decisions that will further my destiny, that will cause me to go forward, regardless of my experience, regardless of what we have seen or thought to be an insufficiency, I made up my mind, I'm going forward. And so I make destiny-driven decisions. This program will offer weekly workshops, an exploration of the individual's self-limiting beliefs. You know, we often talk about self-limiting beliefs, and we talk about that in general. But it's not the in general limiting beliefs that are holding us back. It's our own self-limiting beliefs that we have now adopted and believe and start moving and making our decisions based on those erroneous beliefs. So once we are able to release ourselves from those things that we have taken within and start to build upon that are limiting us, we are free, no matter what the circumstance or situation. So we will explore self-limiting beliefs. We will also provide an evaluation of the individual's spiritual gifting. What is that strength that you bring to the table? What is your value? What is that divine anointing that's inside of you that cannot be stopped once you understand its value? We will also do personality type assessments so that we understand what is my strength and what is my vulnerability. Because every personality type has a strength, but also has a vulnerability. Once we understand how to build upon our strengths and minimize our vulnerabilities, now we are in a position to make destiny-driven decisions. We will offer a personalized, custom-made destiny plan. And we will do that by working with the individuals to help them identify and clarify their goals so that they can institute appropriate actions to get where they want to be. That's a part of what we'll be doing. And we will be involved in a vibrant community of individuals who will allow us to network and be empowered by the networking. We're excited because that's what this whole platform is about, being a part of a vibrant community that empowers us through networking. I have been so empowered in the little time that I have known BHC community, the little time that I have been here and involved with Dr. Carolyn and all of the wonderful queens that I have come into connection with. I have been so empowered. And so one of my things that I like to say is we are better together. We are empowered when we allow each other to complement what we are doing. And so finally, that will be one-on-one coaching sessions for accountability and support. We need that. We need that accountability. Often, I think when, especially leaders, sometimes it's hard to find an accountability partner. We are surrounded here by accountability partners, people who challenge us and say, are you still on your game? Are you doing the next thing? Are you being challenged in your thinking process? Are you going to your next level? And that's what we're here tonight to talk about, the challenge of going to your next level. The vision is to bring other people along with us to the next level. And so this whole process of 3D Destiny Coaching Services is about self-discovery. And it's about taking your assessment and tailor making your action plan. We understand that transformation happens when there is focus, when there is commitment, and when there is accountability. And this is what 3D Destiny Services will bring to every participant. We will bring each person to their maximum potential. And we will be able to say, listen, this is what God has placed in you, and it is valuable. So I'm excited tonight. I am so pleased to be a part of this awesome, amazing global movement. And I say, I am Dr. Barbara Whitehead. I am your destiny coach, and I am your gate to get to your next level. I am your gate to elevate. Yes.
Yes. Woo. Oh, and you left me with no questions. That was so well laid out. Thank you so much. Dr. Tanya, did you have any questions?
No, other than amen.
Yeah. Ooh, I have to thank you for being so thorough, leaving no room. I mean, there's no guesswork in it. If they didn't know, they know right now. Thank you so much, Dr. Barbara.
Thank
I
you.
look so forward to working with you and having more time to interact. I thank you for accepting the invite and coming on this evening. And I will now bring to the stage Miss Janice Drake.
Hey. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. How have you been?
I've been doing great. I'm overly excited about this platform. Anything where women, especially Black women, get to come together and show that we're able to, as Dr. Carolyn put, elevate each other
Yeah,
and not see each other as competition. I'm always here for it.
exactly. Exactly. So tell us about your business.
So I'm the owner of New Wave Travel. I've been in the travel industry for 6 years, and it has been quite a journey to where I am now. I got my start at, I was introduced to the travel industry through multi-level marketing, and it didn't take me long to realize that my values and their values did not align. So I ended up having to transition out, which means I had to learn everything from scratch because they weren't interested in me becoming their competition. And as people will come to know, I'm also affectionately known as the MLM Slayer for that reason. So, well, you let me know because I know time. But, and so, I basically built, as they would say, one foot in front of the other, right? I had to learn from scratch how to build relationships within the travel industry. And over the years, I've come to the conclusion that I don't book travel, and neither do my agents. And that usually throws people off because they're like, how do you own a travel agency, but you don't book travel? And I say that things like Priceline and Trivago, they're for booking travel. They're for pointing and clicking. New Wave Travel is for unique, curated travel experiences. We're here to teach. We're here to educate. We're here to elevate. We're here to empower. So when anyone books travel through my agency, you're coming because you want an experience like no other. You are like family when you come to our agency, and that's for both clients and for agents alike. So when people come in, it's like a breath of fresh air, because usually when you go into a travel agency, you're more thinking along the lines of they're order takers versus I want to know, what do you like? What have your other travel experiences been like? What are your desires? What is on your bucket list? What are these things? Because we offer concierge level services. So when you come to us, we're anticipating your needs. If something goes wrong, and this is something that our clients tout the most about us, is they love the fact that they don't know. They, prime example, we had someone whose transfers between their airport and their hotel, the transfer service actually did not complete the service, but they took the payment. And the client had no clue what was going on, because whether I had to figure out how to get to them myself, they were going to get from their airport to the hotel. And so they got picked up. It was seamless, and they didn't find out until later, because of course we had to issue refunds from the original transportation company. So, you know, these are things that we do. We're coming at it, it's curated. You have concierge level services because you deal with one person. So you don't call an 800 number and wait to see who's going to pick up. You give us a call and you're having a assigned agent that works with you from beginning to end. One of the other things that I offer, which not many travel agencies do, is we offer training for aspiring travel advisors. And it's because of what I went through with the MLM company that I realized that a lot of us, especially Black women, are being preyed on by companies because of financial hardships. And so they tend to kind of dangle the money out as a carrot, but they're not really teaching you about the industry. They're not teaching you how to open your own business. And so in that training, we go over these processes, proper business structure, you know, what the real mindset you need to be a business owner is, standard operations for a travel agency. So essentially what my training is, it's a little unorthodox compared to others, because what I'm offering is actually an MLM exit plan. And if you desire to be in the travel industry because of the way my agency is set up, I'm actually equipped to help you learn while you earn at the same time. So, and I'm really happy and excited to be bringing that to this platform.
That is amazing. That is something much, much needed. I look forward to seeing the success in that portion, because there are so many MLMs pushing, come with me, $10 a month, $20 a month. And people need to understand that you can make your money without having to continuously pay someone else. So I'm very glad that you will be teaching on that. Tanya, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have two questions for Miss Janice. I answer this question really often. Janice, who do you work for?
I work for God.
Okay, so do you have someone else that you?
I'm sorry.
With your travel agent?
With my travel agency, that's
Yes.
it. I only answer to him. Outside of that, there's no one above me. And I'm actually so glad that you brought that up, because with multi-level marketing, the thing that they teach you is that you're a business owner. And one of the things that I cover in my course is the difference between entrepreneurship and business ownership. So essentially, when you come into a MLM, you're a contractor, but they tell you that you're a business owner. And I go over what that really looks like, because essentially what you're trying to do is be a top earner for a CEO. You're not the actual CEO if you're not calling the shots, if you're not the one that dictates how others are making their money and how everything flows. So for where I sit at my seat, right, I'm the one who controls what suppliers we deal with. And I do so not as a tyrant, right? But it's more so about what are my advisors telling me that they need. And then I'm going to foster relationships with suppliers that provide what they're looking for and what they're asking for. But when you work under a different type of agency or a multi-level marketing agency, they're pretty much giving you this list. And whether you like it or not, no matter what your niche is, what you desired for your business model to be, you're stuck in it. And so that's what this is, pretty much a freedom, right? Breaking free from what other people are selling us is the only way to make money in this industry. And it's not.
And my last question, because I know for sake of time, is there really a difference between first class flights? I know that you don't have your computer, so we're just generalizing. But is there a really difference between purchasing first class flights and also using private jets for travel? Let's say from Miami to Dubai.
So this is Dr. Tanya's favorite topic. Um, private charters, people are often really surprised to find out that they can actually afford a private jet. Most of the times when people are traveling, especially if you're going abroad, Jamaica, Dubai, or something, you're usually doing it as a group. I know there are solo travelers out there, but most of us tend to travel in a group that feels more comfortable. And so, as she said, I don't have the computer in front of me, so I can't deal in numbers right this second. But what I can say is you can say you have a 15 passenger private jet that you're chartering to Dubai. A first class ticket to Dubai on, say, Emirates or Etihad is about, say, roughly 15,000. And of course, the only one that can fit in the little pod they give you is you. Right? It's usually one person, maybe two, in that little section. And $15,000, roughly about that, split amongst you and your group will get you that private jet. So a lot of people don't realize that technically you do have the funds to get it done. It's just you didn't realize because it's one of those best kept secrets in the travel industry that they really don't tell you about it. And of course, well, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure when people are on Priceline or any online OTA, they're not readily listing to you that this is available.
Thank you. I wanted to bring that out. So if I'm someone that wants to really learn about luxury travel my way, and let's say all of us as a part of this wanted to go on a private jet, we could do it together.
We sure can.
And then we could jump in your class to learn how to make that happen.
And you can. And I'm actually, it's funny you said luxury because I actually am a certified luxury travel specialist. So that is one of the things I niched in when I entered the travel industry was I chose to niche in luxury travel. And so again, we'll talk about that in the course as well, because I highly recommend niching because travel is such a vast topic.
Thank you, Janice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for accepting the invite at such short notice. We gladly appreciate you and look forward to everything that you're going to teach along the way. Now, Miss Tanya, it's your turn.
Once again, thank you, Dr. Carolyn. I am so excited to be a part of this monumentous movement. You guys, we're not playing games. This is a for real situation. And when you were talking about Jeremiah 29:11, that God has plans for us, and then we have high expectations. All of us have high expectations. And as I was listening to all the different people talk, I was like, wow, I need to get in all these classes, to be honest with you, because there's so much value that my sisters bring to the table. So I can only imagine what happens when all of us come together, how powerful we all are. My name is Dr. Tanya Blackman. I am the founder of Conglomerate Empowerment. And I don't talk a lot about my name, but get this, Conglomerate Empowerment, which means what we do on purpose. We lead people, businesses, organizations to their wealthy place. Yes, we do. That is exactly what we do. We empower other businesses. And in this particular forum, I will be taking on the role as a business mentor. So once you've gone with Alethea, once you've gone with some other women, with Dr. Carolyn, different people, you get your mind together and you're ready to work. That's what I want you to come to me. In my particular class, what we're going to be doing is going to be like a 3-month type situation. We're going to be doing small group settings. You're going to get me. You're going to be talking directly to me and some of my special guests. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some like one-on-ones, and we're going to talk about what you really want to do in business. Now, let me tell you, I've been a business coach for over 10 years now, but I'm a 4th generation business owner. And I talked about this earlier. I watched my mother take a $2,500 credit card debt and turn it into $300,000 a year. I'm a 4th generation business owner. I know business. I have an MBA. I have an earned doctorate in international business. But more than anything else, I've been watching other people around me make money ever since I was a little girl. It was expected of me to be in business. That's one of the things that my family does. So if you're listening to us and you're ready to stop talking about it, but be about it, then you need to be a part of my group. I'm ready to like not just talk to you. Listen, we're not going to talk about grants. We're going to talk about what I've learned for the last decades on what you really need to do to start that business for real, the systems you need to have in place. One of the things that I did wrong is I waited too late to hire an assistant. You're not going to make that mistake because I'm going to show you how to hire an assistant real quick, real easy for a very small cost. I'm going to share with you is what I call my playbook. Yes, it's my Dr. Tanya's playbook. So once again, Dr. Carolyn, thank you so much for allowing me to do what God has called me to do, which is to lead people to their wealthy place. I do it with business, I do it with life, and I also do it with spiritually. I am an ordained minister also, by the way. Once again, Dr. Carolyn, thank you so much. Precious, thank you so much. All of these distinguished people, guess what? This is our time, and we're not going alone. Remember, my name is Dr. Tanya. I am the founder of Conglomerate Empowerment, and every one of us on purpose, we're empowering businesses. And yes, I am the gate in which you can use to elevate. Thank you.
Well, I guess everybody's wondering at this point, what in the world does Precious do other than host this show? Well, I am Precious Swain Peaks, owner of Anointed for Prosperity Bookkeeping and more. Aside from being an ordained minister, a certified life coach, an author, a speaker, I will be teaching you the fundamentals of business. So once you go through getting your mind right, getting your heart right, pulling your emotions together, getting your weight together, understanding because you're over 45, you ain't old. This is just the next pillar of life. And then you go through, then you come to me. And I'm going to show you how to structure your business in the way to win. My degree is in accounting. I have worked in the accounting industry for over 30 years. My second degree is in paralegal studies. The reason I took the two together is because if you're going to do business, you better know some law. In my class, what I will be teaching is the actual structures of business. Should you really be a LLC because social media told you to? Probably not, but we'll break it down so that you understand what structure works best for you from a tax perspective. For some of the people involved, those that are interested, I will be offering tax training, how to do a tax return from start to finish for free to 3 participants. We will teach them, and if they are interested in working for the office, we will hire them from this program. For those who are interested in learning to run their own business, we will, for the sake of this program, do half off of the training and half off on the software so that we can build some productive businesses. No more do you have to work for the big box for 10, 12, $15 an hour while they're taking millions home. No more do you have to work for the MLM, giving up half of your refund fees when you can be bringing all that into yourself. See, sometimes social media and the advertisements will fool you. Sometimes between $300 and $500 could bring you in 50 grand if you just reach out and do some research. And that is what I'm going to teach you to do, not just for taxes, but for business in general. So again, I am Precious Swain Peaks. I am going to be teaching you how to take your business from a vision on a piece of paper to a successful plateau. I am the gate to assist you to elevate. Dr. Carolyn, I thank you so much for this opportunity. I thank you so much for this platform. Can you tell our audience where they can register?
Oh, I can barely talk right now. If, listen, the registration link will be on my page tomorrow. You can go to my Facebook page, look for Carolyn Stevens. The link will be there for you. Listen, have you all heard? And you're only getting a fraction of what these queens have to offer. Now, you've listened to each person, but I want you to visualize all of that coming together to help you get to your next level. How can you not be with us on November the 8th and 9th? Just being in the midst, your business is already going to go up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There won't be any stopping. So allow us to help you get to your next level. I'll look for you on my Facebook page, which is Carolyn Stevens. Listen, if you're super excited and you forget to get the link, listen, email me, dr.carolyn21@yahoo.com. Don't let anything stop you from being a part of this opportunity and linking up with each one of these business women so they can help you get to your next level. This is Dr. Carolyn Stevens, and we are the gate to help you elevate.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We thank you for watching this episode of From the Desk of Precious Swain.